هذا حضران معنا الامور كلياتها. طفي الغاز طفي الغاز. والله يوم الاثنين.
On Monday, around 4 a.m., the earthquake woke us up.
فقنا على هزة الأرض.
The kids were sleeping in the other room. I tried to go and get them, but I couldn't. I put my hands on the wall and felt it moving. The strong earthquake woke up the kids and they came to our room. I put them in the corner and didn't let them go out. We stayed there and prayed to God. That's all we could do, because we couldn't go outside. Things in the house started falling and breaking down. As soon as the sun rose, we left the house. "16 members were there. 16 members. We are 3 families living here. 3 families from the same neighborhood. We came here as we have no other place to take refuge in." When the earthquake first started that night, it was small. When it got stronger, I and Zahara carried the children and went to the street. She carried 2 of the kids, and Haidar was left in the house. I then went back to take him. We found ourselves on the street, like all families. We started to walk without knowing what's happening in the country. When the earthquake calmed down, we got blankets and started distributing them amongst the families and children to get warm. The next day I came back home and found it damaged and inhabitable. This is part of the aid offered by United Arab Emirates to the Republic of Syria. We are also part of the rescue and search teams, looking for those missing and stuck under the rubble.
جانب عمليات البحث والإنقاذ عن الأشخاص المفقودين والأشخاص الذين هم تحت الركام.
We provide 3 meals a day for victims, diapers and powdered milk, and so on. People here are suffering psychological trauma, and we keep a close eye on them.
تقديم الخدمات لمرضى الضغط المزمن، لمرضى السكري، لمرضى الجروح.
We have medicines for blood pressure, diabetes and other chronic diseases caused by earthquakes.
الخدمات الإسعافية كارتفاع الحرارة.
We also have medicines for cold and fever since now it's winter. The most important thing is for those with chronic diseases because people fled in a rush and don't have the right medicines and food.
فالناس عندما حدث الزلزال تركت كل شيء في المنزل وخرجت بدون دواء بدون غذاء. الحصار الجائر المفروض على سوريا. هناك أدوية.
Sanctions on Syria led to a shortage of drugs for some chronic diseases and for cancer and chemotherapy treatments. Due to the disaster, we urge the US and Western countries to lift those sanctions on us. Syria has been plagued with a grave humanitarian disaster for 13 years and is still struggling now.
منها الشعب السوري على مدى
An aid convoy crosses the front line within Syria to reach the rebel-held northwest, which suffered the bulk of Syrian deaths in the earthquake that struck more than a week ago, but where the civil war has hampered relief efforts. It's a rare example of assistance let through by forces allied to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The UN has long been pushing for aid to cross frozen front lines and sealed border points into the territory, which comprises parts of Idlib and Aleppo provinces. Assad's government argued that would breach Syrian sovereignty. Now at last, signs of a shift by Damascus. Organised by influential local Arab tribes, trucks loaded with blankets, food, medical supplies and tents crossed overnight on Tuesday. Hamoud Saleh helped organise it.
طبعا هاي الحملة راح تدعم جميع أبناء.
This campaign is for all the people here in northern Syria. There'll be no discrimination.
بين أي شخص. طبعا هاي الحملة ليست الأخيرة.
It won't be the last one.
تماما في حملات الآن موجودة بالمعبر.
There are campaigns at the crossing and there are others in the eastern areas, ready to cross to the north of Syria.
الشرقية جاهزة للعبور إلى الشمال السوري.
Swathes of destruction in Idlib. A second border crossing for aid delivery to the enclave was opened on Tuesday after Assad agreed. The UN said it sent its first convoy through. It has sent more than 50 trucks via another crossing, Bab al-Hawa, but did not send aid for the first days following the quake, citing logistical issues. Some 4 million people there desperately needed humanitarian help even before the earthquake. Syria's White Helmets, rescuers who work only in opposition areas, say more lives could have been saved in Syria if the outside world had acted faster.